Hello everyone, I hope you know me. This is Prakhyat. I'm going to take your physics class and welcome to 8th class. Today we are going to start our physics classes, and from now on day to day we are going to upload videos, so you have to watch them and take the notes. So I request you to open your books and take the notes of it. So today we are going to start our first chapter in 8th class, which is measurement. Now what is okay, fine. First, before all this, before measurement, let's talk about what is physics. Now what is physics? Just think for a second and analyze it in your brain, and I'll tell you the definition. Fine. Okay. Now physics means it is a branch of science which deals with matter and its energy and its properties. So let me give you an example. Now you're walking, you're running, and a car is moving on the road. How all these are happening? A car is moving on the road due to gravitational force or friction. And how are you standing on the earth? Because of gravitational force and some other forces which are acting upon you. Now you are going to learn regarding all these forces in your future class, in your 9th class, 10th class, 11th and 12th. In all these classes you are going to learn them in very detail. Okay, fine. Now what is measurement? What do you mean by measurement? Define measurement. I request you to take notes of this in a fresh book. Okay, fine. Now what is measurement? Measurement means comparing an unidentified quantity with a standard quantity. Comparing an unidentified quantity with a standard quantity. Now what is comparing? Comparing means if you what is comparing? If you have a brother, he may be younger or elder, so that is comparing, means the difference between the age. Now comparing here, we are comparing here. What are we comparing here? We are comparing unidentified quantities. Unidentified quantities means, suppose I have this whiteboard from here to here. I have to know the length of the whiteboard. So this is an unidentified quantity. I don't know how much is the length of this board. Now comparing this unidentified quantity with a standard quantity. Now what is a standard quantity? Standard quantity means you have a scale which is of, it may be 15 centimeters or 30 centimeters, anything. Now you have reading 1, 2, 3, it starts with 0, 4 and so on up to 15. So 15 centimeters. This is a defined, means already existing. Scientists have taken it as a standard quantity. It is already there, but we don't know how much the board length is. Now what do? We take the scale and we measure this. It comes around, let us take some 100 centimeters. Now this 100 centimeters is your unidentified quantity which you measured with the scale. Now here your scale, standard quantity, example, scale and tape, measuring while measuring the length of this wall, you outside your carpenters or someone else don't use a scale, they use a measuring tape. Now shall I continue? Okay, fine. Let us see the next topic. Now what do you require for measurement? Requirement of measuring. Not only this board, if you want to measure anything, what do you want? What are the things you want? First, instrument. You need an instrument. Next, standard quantity. Standard quantity. Next, acceptable unit. First thing is an instrument, next standard quantity, next acceptable unit. Now, what is an instrument? Instrument, just now we have seen a scale or a measuring tape or a thermometer. Thermometer, when you get fever or something, you measure the temperature of your body with the thermometer. Instrument, note it down, scale or tape or thermometer. Thermometer. Fine. Okay. Now standard quantity. Now what is the standard quantity means? Now a scale is designed for 15 centimeters or 30 centimeters. That is a limited thing. So that limited is our standard quantity. Next is acceptable unit. Acceptable unit means it may be in suppose your scale is there. What is the unit on that? Centimeters. Centimeter. Fine. Next, thermometer. Now what is the unit on this? It may be either degree Celsius or Fahrenheit. Either it is there in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. Fine, understood? Okay. Let's see the next topic. These are just basics. I'm going to explain you everything in detail. Don't be worried. Okay. Now, next. System of units. System of units. Now, what is the system of units? There are three types which are used all over the world. So, what are those system of units? First, CGS. Next, MKS. Okay. Next, FPS. These are the units which are used in most parts of the world. Now, what is this? Note it down. I'll explain each of them in detail. Now, what is this CGS means? CGS means C for centimeter, which indicates length. G for gram, which indicates mass. Right? Next, S indicates second, which indicates time. Right? C for centimeter, which indicates length, your scale, which is in centimeter. Next, gram is for mass. If you stand on a weighing machine, how does it show? It shows in kilogram. Kilo means, you have seen kg. Kg means kilogram. Now what is kilo? Kilo means 1000. Gram is this for mass. Gram is the unit for mass. Next, second. Second, 1 minute. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. This is the second. Clear? Okay. Next, this is for CGS. Similarly, second one is MKS. Now what is this MKS? M for meter. Meter is in length, indicates length. K for kilogram. Kilogram, which is for mass. Next, S for, again here also S is second, which indicates time. Clear? Next, third one is FPS. Now what is this FPS? F means foot, which indicates length. Now one foot. Now if you want to measure a person's height, how do you measure? We call it as 6 feet or 6 feet or 5 feet or 4 feet. Now as of you are in 8th class, you may be around 4.5 feet, somehow like that. Okay. Now 1 feet equal to 1 foot. Foot is singular. In English, you know, singular and plural. Foot is singular and feet is plural. So 1 foot is equal to 30 centimeters. Some 30 point something, 30.9 or something. So approximately you can take 30 centimeters. So for in FPS, F means foot, P means pound. P means pound. This is taken as mass. In countries like USA, they mostly use pound. So 1 pound is equal to around 0.5 kgs, approximately 0.5 kgs. We use kg, 1 kg tomato or 1 kg apple, like that we use. But here 1 pound is equal to 0.5 kg, and S is again for second, which indicates time. Right? Understood? Okay. We'll go for the, note it down. Next, we have seen CGS, MKS, and FPS. Now we have international standard unit. What is this? One second. This is not standard. This is system. International system of units. Now, what is this international system of units? Let us see. 1960. Till 1960, many of the scientists have done their experiments with various units as they like. Some have used kg, some have used kilograms, some have used pounds. Whatever they like, they use. So, in 1960, General Conference of Measures, which was held in Paris. General Conference of Measures and Weight. Measures and weight. This conference where all the scientists came together and they have decided to use only one system, that is system of units. We call it as SI unit. We call it as SI unit. So they have decided we don't want to use many system like kilogram, pound, etc. We will all over the world we will use only one unit, that is SI unit. Called, it is not called system of international but SI unit, international system of units. Clear? Now what they have decided is, what this SI unit has decided is, first they have decided this tabular form, which is, note this down, quantity, next unit, next symbol. Now quantity means what? First quantity is length. Length they have decided to use meter. The symbol is M. So they, in that conference, they have decided to use this table. What is that table? For length they are going to use meter. The symbol is M. Next, mass. Unit is kilogram. Symbol is kg. Mass, kilogram, and the symbol is kg. Next, time. They have decided as unit as second. Symbol is smallest. Second, smallest. Okay. Next is temperature. For temperature they have decided Kelvin. Symbol is K. Next, electric current. Electric current, which we, with the current, you already, I think you know what is current, which with what your light or fan, your motor, everything is working. Electric current is ampere. A-M-P-E-R-E, ampere. Symbol is A. Right? Okay. Next, amount of substance. Amount of substance. This comes in chemistry. Amount of substance means mole. Means if you go into atoms, electrons, there we are going to consider mole. 1 mole, 2 moles, 3 moles. So for mole it is M-O-L. Clear? Next, 7th, luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. This they have decided unit as candela. So the symbol is CD. So this we are not going to use mostly. Sometimes, rarely this comes. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these 6 are mostly used in physics or chemistry or maths, anywhere, wherever you want. You can see all of this: length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. Now what you have to do is, you have to learn quantity, unit, symbol. All these you have to remember, because this may be asked in your exams. Clear? Okay. Next, note this down. Pause it and pause the video and note this. If you have any doubts, write down in the comment section. Clear? we are going to discuss about a known quantity, which is temperature. Temperature. Now, what is temperature? You have already might be knowing what is temperature. Temperature. If your mom is cooking, if your mother is cooking, if you go and touch the utensil, how will it be? It will be hot or cold? While cooking, it will be hot. So immediately you will take your hand out. So if you hold ice cube, how will the temperature be? It will be cold. So you can't hold an ice cube for more time. So easily you will drop it. Now, how is that happening? How are you feeling that? Is it hot or cold? What is that? So let us see what is that. Temperature. The definition of temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness is temperature. Is temperature. Degree of hotness. Now, what is this degree? Degree means quantity. Quantity of hotness or coldness is temperature. Now, the SI unit of temperature is, what is the SI unit of temperature? Think, most of them will tell Celsius, but it is not Celsius. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. This is very important. So put a box like this. Now, who is Kelvin? Kelvin is the name of a scientist. He invented a theory about temperature, so they have given his name. If you also invent something, they will also give your name. So SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Fine, note it down. Okay. Now, most of the parts of the world, they use three units. First is mostly used. First they used degree Celsius, means Celsius, or degree Fahrenheit, or degree Kelvin. Fahrenheit is also the name of the scientist, and Kelvin is also the name of the scientist. These three are majorly used scales all over the world. Clear? Okay. Note it down. Now, next, let us go to now how do we measure this temperature? What is the instrument for temperature? What is this instrument? This is thermometer. Thermometer. This is the instrument which is used to measure the temperature. Now, how will that thermometer be means? Now, this part, this section, which I have shaded, this is filled with mercury. This is filled with mercury. Mercury is a chemical which are used in thermometers to measure the value of the temperature. So, suppose here we take 0 degrees Celsius. So, LFP and UFP. LFP means lower fixed point. UFP means upper fixed point. LFP means from where your thermometer will start. So, for example, let us take with 0 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius, and 20, so on up till 100 degrees Celsius. Now, 0 degrees Celsius is freezing point, is called freezing point of what? Of water. 0 degrees Celsius is freezing point of water. Why is it called, why are we calling it as freezing point? Because at 0 degrees Celsius water becomes into ice. Water is liquid state. There are 3 states of matter, right? Solid, liquid and gas. This solid is attained at temperature of 0 degrees Celsius. Water is at normal temperature, it may be some 20 or 30, between 0 to almost from 4 to 99, till that range it will be in liquid state only. But if you want gas at 100 degrees Celsius, when you want to, in winters you want hot water to bath, what do? We put it on the stove. Hot water, we put it on the stove. What happens after some time? The water attains 100 degrees Celsius. When this 100 degrees Celsius is attained, then water starts evaporating. So you can see fumes like this. You are heating water like this. So after some time you see fumes like this. Now when are these fumes formed? At 100 degrees Celsius. Clear? Fine. Now this is the lower fixed point, which is 0 degrees Celsius, which is called freezing point of water, and 100 degrees Celsius is called boiling point of water. 0 degrees Celsius is freezing point of water, 100 degrees Celsius is called boiling point of water. Fine. Clear? Understood? For Celsius, lower fixed point is 0 degrees Celsius, upper fixed point is 100 degrees Celsius. Clear? Now, note it down, pause it and note it. Fine? Okay. Now, let us see what are the lower fixed points of Kelvin. Now, we are going to see types of scales and those lower fixed point and upper fixed point of different scales. Type of scales. Next, LFP, UFP. Next, number of divisions. Number of divisions. Now, type of scales: LFP, lower fixed point; UFP, upper fixed point. Next, number of divisions. Now, we will see one by one. First, we will go for Celsius. Lower fixed point you have seen in the thermometer. What is the lowest fixed point? 0 degrees Celsius. Upper fixed point you have seen 100 degrees Celsius. So number of divisions. Now from 0 to 100 there will be 100. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so on up to 100. So between 0 to 10 there will be 10. What is divisions means? In your scale, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, between 1 centimeter and 2 centimeters you will be having small lines. Those are called divisions. Similarly in thermometer also we have divisions. So these are those divisions. So you have 100 divisions like that, 100 lines for the thermometer. Now second one is Fahrenheit. Now for Fahrenheit, lower fixed point is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Lower fixed point is 32 degree Fahrenheit and upper fixed point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. Here how many divisions are there? Now how to find those divisions means 100 minus 0 equal to 100. Now 212 minus 32, how much? 32. 0 and 18. So we have 180 divisions. You have 180 divisions in a Fahrenheit scale. Means Celsius is a scientist. He invented like this for his convenience. Fahrenheit is a scientist. He discovered that, he invented that 32 is my reading. It is my wish that I will take 32 as my reading, and boiling point will be 212 degree Fahrenheit. So number of divisions is 180. The number of divisions on the Fahrenheit scale is 180. Next one is Kelvin. Now Kelvin is another scientist. He told that my lower fixed point is 273 degree Kelvin and upper fixed point of mine is 373 degree Kelvin. So 273 is freezing point of water and 373 is boiling point of water. So here how many? 373 minus 273, which is 100 divisions. So in Celsius 100 divisions, in Fahrenheit 180 divisions, and in Kelvin 100 divisions. Fine? Clear? Note it down. Understood? Okay, fine. For now we'll stop here and tomorrow we'll continue with some next topics. Clear? Okay, fine. Thank you.